Welcome everyone, I am Jess Haos, a Creative Associate at Creative Nation Academy. And guess what? Today I will be teaching for the first time. I am very excited and a little nervous at the same time, but I wouldn't let that emotion eat me up because today's agenda is extremely interesting and relevant to everyone. So grab your paper and pen so we could begin learning. Okay, our topic is all about writing for new media. However, since this is a huge subject, we will be chopping sections into series. And now for our first episode, I will be discussing what this new media is all about. Often, we are on our phones browsing on Facebook or checking what's trending on Twitter, but beyond using these platforms, what do we know about them? Aside from scrolling up and down, what does it do in our lives? Or does it even matter? Before going to the lesson, I would like to share a saying said by this nobody named Jessa. Sounds familiar? Actually, that's me. But kidding aside, I just want you all to have a reason to look forward to, so here it is. Be a sponge and absorb as much knowledge as you can. At the end of the day, to everything we do, we should make sure we learn. Alright? Okay, let's start. This lesson is composed of new media context and it tackles new media itself, its difference to traditional media, and the effects and changes it brought into our society. New media, according to Cambridge Dictionary, is first, products and services that provide information or entertainment using computers or the internet, and not by traditional methods such as television and newspapers. Second, it was defined as a modern ways of sharing information or providing entertainment, for example, the internet or smartphones. The reason why I included two definitions is because I want you to well understand its meaning. Now, do you see the differences and the common denominator? Now, let us combine these two definitions and make it as one. Here's what I made. New media is a way of communicating information and or entertainment delivered through the internet. You guys might have been wondering, why do I use communicating instead of sharing or providing? That's because media is an element of communication, and media often become a way for people to communicate. So yeah, I hope you guys are still catching up. Now let's move on to the differences between new media and traditional media. This is easy to remember. When we say new media, as defined a while ago, are delivered digitally with the use of the internet. It includes social media, blogs, emails, and more. On the other hand, traditional media are the oldest forms of media. This includes broadcast television, radio, print, such as newspaper and magazines, as well as billboards. Another difference in terms of communication and interaction. New media is a two-way communication, having a lot of interaction between the producer and the consumers. For instance, social media allow real-time direct communication and interaction between businesses and their market. While traditional media often one-way communication, you can talk to a television and say your opinions on a program and receive an instant reply. Unlike when you direct message them on their Facebook page, they will assist you immediately. You guys see the differences? Although there are huge distinctions between these two media, still both have their own strengths and weaknesses. It does not mean that because we often use digital media, traditional is gone. there are still millions of people who patronize traditional, especially those who can't afford to connect to the internet. Speaking of connection on the internet, what are the significant effects and changes new media brought to our society and to us, the individuals? Here are 3 messages of the internet according to Nicoletta 2014. Actually, there are 5, but for this lesson, I compressed to 3 just for the introduction. If you want to know more, I will be providing references on the description box so you can expand your knowledge about the internet and the magic it brought to us. Alright, going on the first one. Two-way communication. Gone are the days when people only have the option to consume. Now, everybody can be a producer of their own content. We can freely interact and co-produce, not just watch and observe. Second, easy access to and dissemination of information. I think this seems to be very familiar. When we saw an interesting post on Facebook, for example, we immediately click the share button and within seconds, we get to disseminate the information embedded in that post. However, be mindful because fake news is very rampant and we don't want to be part of spreading them. So let me just say this famous line, think before you click. Okay, going to our third message, continuous learning. This is one of the biggest opportunities open to us. Technology is continuously evolving. Every day comes innovation and new applications and a lot more to discover. And this is something we should take advantage for as someone who are an avid internet user. We can even make this profitable if and only if handled properly. And you also need to be educated about various platforms in which we will be talking about on our next episode. So, see you guys on episode 2. Continue learning, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. Adios!